Hello, I'm Bernard Clevey. I've explained already the difference between strategic and tactical marketing. In essence, strategic marketing markets to 70% of suspects or prospects, whereas tactical marketing markets to 3%, the now buyers. Now, part of that process is knowing what to include in any marketing material, including sales letters. And there are 11 key elements, and really you want to include as many of these 11 key elements as you can in every piece of marketing you do. So what are the 11 key elements? Well, the first one is that you need to address it to your target market. And the more clearly you can identify your ideal target customer or client, your avatar, the better. So that's the most important thing. You then need to appeal to the negative, which 2/3 of the time is more effective than appealing to the positive. You can do either, of course. So what you do is you highlight a problem or an issue they've got that they haven't got a solution to, and that's your headline. And then you offer your solution to that in a way that is presented as being better than anyone else can do it, and that's your subheadline. You then need to have an offer, and there are two types of offers. There's the offer aimed at the now buyer, which is an incentive offer like buy one get one free, and there's the offer aimed at the future buyer, which is the main people we're targeting generally, and that is some sort of information offer like an information pack or a guide, etc. You then need something that makes you stand apart. So you need to be able to explain, even if all you do is explain it better than your competitors, you need to have something about you that you can explain which sets it apart, so it's not just based on price. You need social proofs, that's things like testimonials, qualifications, newspaper cuttings, etc. Who's used you before, who knows about you, who knows you're good. You need to explain features and benefits. Now, features are the things that it does. So 0 to 30 in half a second or whatever, that would be a feature. The benefit, which is emotional, is what it does for you. So get you out of trouble on a tight bend. So that would be the benefit. Risk reversal, so that would commonly be a guarantee or something similar. So basically you take the risk away. So you say you're either 100% satisfied or we give you a complete money refund, something along those lines. You need to tell them what to do next, because if you don't tell them what to do next, they won't do anything, and it'll just sit there on the sofa or on the floor, and then it'll get put in the bin and nothing ever happens. You need to give them a reason why they have to act now. You have to create urgency, and you have to also explain why it's not too good to be true. So the reason we can make this astonishing offer is because we know that our quality is so great and our customer satisfaction so high that we never actually have to honour the guarantee that we've made, but it's there just in case you need it as a safe fall. So it's explaining why what you're offering isn't too good to be true. Now, you need to write them in a certain style that's easy to read. So addressed to 10 or 11-year-olds, like the Sun, that's the style the Sun uses. You need to make it easy to respond. So tell them exactly what to do and exactly how they can do it. WAMISH stands for why are you making it so hard to do business with you? You want to make it easy. So as many payments methods as possible, exactly what form to tick, exactly what address to send the thing to, exactly what number to ring, etc. It needs to be conversational in style, needs to be professionally presented. So what I mean by that is, although it's conversation in style, the punctuation's correct, it looks nice layout. So it needs to be professionally presented, but conversational in style. So you use things like you, your, rather than you are. You need to tell a story and tell a secret. So the secret, is something that they didn't realize before. And tell them about what their problem is, again, remind them and offer your solution. Now, you also need to give them a reason to keep it. So, something on there that means they won't just throw it in the bin. So, I don't know, a guide to the guide to the World Cup, or a recipe, something on there that will mean they won't just throw it away. Free informational gifts always work, because that does two things. One, it creates interest, but two, it creates what's called reciprocity. If you give them something free, they want to give you something back in exchange. Always use a PS, because the two things that are most widely read on a letter, or most heavily read, are the headline, subheadline, and the PS. So always have a PS. Now, you want to get them to act now. So you need some sort of bonus to get them to act now. So you need to create scarcity, either in terms of it's got to be done by Friday, or it's got to be done first 200 applicants only. But you need to give them a reason to act now. Otherwise, if they don't act now, they probably won't act at all. So you need to create this urgency, this deadline. Enclose a brochure or fact sheet. So if it's a sales letter, the sales letter will be focusing on emotion and benefits really. So, but you also want to appeal to the, so what happens is the emotional brain makes the buying decision, but then the rational brain needs to be able to justify that buying decision to their, to other significant people that have a stake. So, partners, work colleagues, so they need to be able to explain why they made this decision, even though they've actually made the decision based on emotion. So the fact sheet or brochure can give them the ammunition they need to justify why they've bought this thing. Obviously, if you're doing any sort of marketing, you need to test and measure the response. And strategic marketing is where you don't assume someone will buy after one point of contact. You realise they'll need several points of contact. Therefore, you need a follow-up campaign, and it's called a drip campaign. And the idea is you supply information along the way so that people making the buyer's journey can actually make their buying decision based on the information you provide them, but you're not trying to sell them the whole way through. If you wanted an analysis of how your marketing works and how your sales letters work, etc., why not take part in my Sales Accelerator Roadmap program? You get a free assessment of your marketing based on an algorithm. You'll get a 12-page detailed report. You'll get recommendations in priority order as to what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. And at the end of the day, if you do it, you'll add anything from 50% or more to your bottom line profit over 12 months, so long as you implement all the recommendations. So go to www.bernardkeevy.com and click on the green button saying you want this. Hope you found that useful. Thanks very much for watching.